Good morning, everybody. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on Friday, August 8, 2025. And I woke up to an X in the sky. And somebody opened up my front gate for me, so I don't have to open it this morning. Some criminals opened up the gate for me already. But I wanted to document also some of the things that have been stolen from the property within the last week. And this is Miss Kitty. Hi, Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty was left here by another targeted person about 3 years ago. Kitty! Kitty! Kitty doesn't like to go in the house. She likes to hang out outside by herself. She is spayed, so nobody bothers her, right, Kitty? Except the birdies. And we're going to open up the door for these birdies right now. So, yeah, so what was stolen, and let me see if I can remember everything. The most costly item that was stolen was a vintage cement carved pedestal. I'm going to say it was about 3.5 feet tall, maybe even 4 feet tall. Let me just get my birdies out here. You can see my birdies coming out here. And that was at the top of the hill, up there. I had it next to a bench, and I actually just moved it a week ago to be a little bit closer while I was cleaning up there. And when I went up there over this past weekend, it was stolen. It was gone. And there were a couple of chips. So like when they were moving it or whatever, it's very heavy. It's got to be at least 100 pounds or more. They left some of the cement pieces. So they just actually walked off with it. You know, these things go for a couple $100. Here's some of the birdies. That's Chirp. He always sounds grouchy. Right, Chirp? He always sounds a little grouchy. And there's a guinea who thinks it's a rooster. But we're going to open up the door to the birdies over here. And then we've got, this is the popcorn family. Popcorn has families everywhere. But yeah, so we've got an X in the sky here. We've got some more activity here. Oh, and thank you, subscriber, for sending me the link to report it. I have a subscriber that emailed me a link to report the chemtrails. That there is obviously somebody out there that's documenting this. I don't think it's a government agency, but there is somebody that's collecting this information. So when I have time, I've got to report this incident. But yeah, you can see my gate is open over there. I definitely closed it last night. I close it every night. It's a habit. I definitely closed it because I went out to check my mail because I received an alert. I'm feeding this little girlie here. You say hello? Hi, say hi. I'm such a sweet little girl. You don't belong to me, but Popcorn brought you here. I don't know where he finds all these women. Right? All these women love Popcorn. But yeah, so I went to check my mailbox a second time because I received an alert that a package was delivered via UPS yesterday, but I never received a UPS delivery. So it could be that UPS delivered it to the post office. I mean, sometimes that happens where UPS will drop off a whole bunch of packages at the post office and then the postal delivery person will deliver it. So I went to the mailbox thinking, oh, maybe they forgot to stick it in the mailbox and then came back, but no, it was not there. So if I don't receive it today, it means it was stolen. Hey, guys. So the zoomies over here, and I suddenly have a low battery light. See, because when I walk around here, they don't want you to see the inhumane team member that is always lurking on my property, mirroring my steps, following me around, digging up my property. Oh, and here, by the way, here's more evidence. So I had a porch here, right? I had a porch. They first did this. Then they did this, the middle one. Now, little by little, they're cracking it. You can see here. It's called Zersetzung. It's an East German Stasi technique where somebody destroys you a little at a time, or destroys an object a little at a time. Because obviously, if somebody came here and did all of this all at the same time, it would be reportable. It would be reportable to the police department, to the insurance company. But when they do it a little at a time, what can you do, you know? They are destroying the property. I'm just opening up this door. I do have a deadbolt on my chicken coop, by the way. I have 3 locks on my chicken coop. Isn't that amazing? That in the middle of nowhere, I have to have a deadbolt on my chicken coop. Say hi, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Guineas. Snowden. Don't drink that water. That's dirty. We got to clean it. We got to get rid of this water. It's yucky. So yeah, so that's what's happening here today. I don't even have to open up my gate because it's open for me. And here comes Tina. Tina is a rooster. When Tina was born, we thought Tina was a girl. So I asked you guys to name Tina after I posted photos of him. And everybody said, oh, it looks like Tina Turner, you know, with the hair sticking up in the air, the red hair, the long red hair and stuff. So I named that rooster Tina Turner. But then one day, and this is what happens with roosters, one day you get the rude awakening, you hear some weird croaking sound in the background. Not exactly like that. When new roosters are crowing for the first time, it's kind of funny. It's sort of like a teenage boy when their high-pitched voice suddenly turns to you know, that deep young man's voice. Well, that's what it was like. It was like this weird croaking new. That's Johnny Depp, by the way. This new rooster crow voice. And I heard it in the distance. It's like, where's that coming from? And then it happened again. And it was Tina. And I said, oh my goodness. Do I have to change his name? So I kept it. I just kept it. It's still Tina. And he answers to Tina. So my rooster Tina is over there somewhere. Tina Snowden. Johnny Depp. Chirp. Screech. Oh, Trey Gowdy. You know, we have to have a sense of humor on the homestead here. When you're being tortured by criminals. The criminal cartel here in Jackson County, Kentucky. Yes, the criminal cartel in Jackson County, Kentucky. Somebody opened up my gate. Somebody stole the pedestal at the top of the hill cement. Somebody entered my house, and I had a new box of bamboo forks that are recyclable. They're not plastic. Somebody went in and took all the bamboo forks out of the box. So when I went to get the box that was brand new, I just opened it. I think I took 2 forks out of it. Go back in there, no forks. They stole my cat's rake brush that I keep inside my house. I have obviously brushes inside the cat's building, but I kept one in my house because when a cat would visit me and stuff and sit on my lap, it would give me the opportunity to brush them in my house. But no, they stole the cat's rake brush. So I've got stereo rooster, and the one thing they didn't eat last night was a guinea egg because some of these eggs are so hard to open. They are literally hard as a rock. The bigger ones are a little easier, but the popcorn family over there now is with the guineas, and they want some more food. I've got to give them some water. But I just wanted to give a shout out to the local perpetrator criminals, the ones in the sky. X over there, X over here. The perpetrators that opened my gate during the nighttime. The perpetrator, there's probably a local neighbor, probably a cheap, jealous, greedy neighbor stole my vintage cement carved pedestal that was at the top of the hill. The inhumane team member that entered my house and stole all the bamboo forks out of the box. Yes. What else? What else did they steal? There was this whole bunch of things. I wrote it in my book. But those were the ones that I'm remembering right now. Oh, the cat's rake brush. So, you know, you don't report these things individually, but cumulatively it adds up. So in a week, literally in a week, these criminals could steal $500 of items from me. Last year, it was, I don't know, $7,200 or $7,400 of items that were stolen from inside my house. Mostly brand new items that I had just purchased, and then somebody would come in within 24 hours and steal it, like a brand new wallet, like an RFID wallet. My 2 hunting vests. I haven't worn them yet. Why do I need a hunting vest? Well, if I go back in the woods, I want to be seen. So, you know, they're orange and yellow with a reflective tape all over them in pockets and stuff. So when you go back out in there. Yeah, they stole them both from my bedroom. But they just steal everything. They steal a lot from me. So that's what happens here in Jackson County, Kentucky. And the roosters are excited. They're hoping that the girls come out of the coop. The girls kind of hang out there in the morning because they don't want to get assaulted by the roosters. The roosters, like, they've got their own little agenda, and that's getting laid. So anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. I just want to give you this evidentiary video here. The male person is here too. So I hope everybody's having a good day, and I will talk to you guys soon.